Welcome to Disturbing Curiosity, and thank you for joining us in this inaugural episode of the Evil Kids series on this channel. In this video, we will peel back the layers of some deeply disturbing cases that challenge our perceptions of innocence and childhood. Your engagement is vital in shaping the direction of this series. Share your thoughts, insights, and suggest cases you'd like us to cover in upcoming episodes. Our community is a space for meaningful discussions, and your input is invaluable. Lastly, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell so you won't miss the next installment. The Warwick Slasher. Craig Price was born in 1973 in Warwick, Rhode Island. Craig's early life appeared unremarkable. However, his seemingly ordinary upbringing took a dark turn when, at the age of 13 in 1987, he committed his first murder. Craig brutally took the life of 27-year-old Rebecca Spencer, signaling the beginning of a terrifying crime spree that would haunt the community. Later in the same year, Price escalated his violence, murdering Joan Heaton and her two daughters, 10-year-old Jennifer and 8-year-old Melissa. These horrific acts earned him the chilling moniker, Warwick Slasher. Despite the severity of his crimes, legal proceedings took an unexpected turn as Price was tried as a juvenile, sparking controversy and raising questions about the juvenile justice system. Confined to the Rhode Island Training School, Price's behavior behind bars was deeply troubling. He displayed a lack of remorse and even posed a threat to the staff. In 1990, his violent tendencies resurfaced as he assaulted another inmate while in prison, leading to additional legal consequences. Legal complexities surrounding juvenile justice and rehabilitation kept Price in custody until he reached the age of 21. Upon release, he faced continued legal troubles and arrests for various offenses. His life became a chronicle of violence, legal complexities, and ongoing challenges in dealing with a troubled individual within the justice system. The case of Craig Price serves as a haunting reminder of the complexities surrounding juvenile offenders who commit severe crimes, prompting ongoing public concern and discussions about the adequacy of the legal system in handling such cases. Daughter's deception. Born in 2002 to parents Elizabeth and Daniel, Sierra Halseth had the typical American childhood, and her parents provided well for her. However, in 2012, her parents' marriage ended in divorce, and Sierra eventually went to live with her father, and that was the beginning of the end. Sierra's life took a turn when, as a teenager, Sierra found herself at the center of a shocking incident that unfolded after her father was reported missing. Sierra, along with her boyfriend Aaron Guerrero, was charged with the murder of her father, Daniel Halseth. The couple allegedly killed Daniel Halseth in a brutal manner, and the crime scene showed signs of significant violence. Both Sierra Halseth and Aaron Guerrero were minors at the time of the arrest, and were arrested and faced charges of murder with a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit murder, arson, and robbery. On October 20th, 2022, Sierra Halseth and co-defendant Aaron Guerrero were both sentenced to life in prison with the chance for parole after 22 years served. The motive behind the crime was not immediately clear, but reports suggested it may have been related to domestic issues within the family. The case raised questions about the complexities of handling young individuals involved in such serious criminal activities. One thing that was for certain is that a father's life was taken from him by the very child he swore to protect. The Boy Next Door. Joshua Phillips was involved in a notorious criminal case that gained widespread attention for its shocking nature. Born in 1984 in Jacksonville, Florida, Phillips became known for the murder of his 8-year-old neighbor, Maddie Clifton, in 1998, when he was just 14 years old. The crime came to light when Maddie Clifton went missing, leading to a community-wide search which Phillips participated in. On November 3, 1998, 14-year-old Joshua Phillips was home alone when his 8-year-old neighbor, Maddie Clifton, came to his house to play baseball. During their game, Phillips accidentally hit the ball into Maddie's eye, causing her to bleed and scream. Fearful of his father's reaction, Phillips panicked and dragged Maddie into his house, where he hit her with a baseball bat to silence her. He placed her under the base of his bed, where she was still alive and moaning. Later, when Phillips discovered that Maddie was still alive, he removed the mattress, cut her throat, and stabbed her 7 times with a knife from a Leatherman tool, ultimately killing her. About a week later, on November 10th, Melissa Phillips, Joshua's mother, discovered Maddie's body in Joshua's room. She immediately reported the incident to the police, leading to Joshua's arrest. Phillips confessed to the murder within hours. Phillips was charged with first-degree murder and tried as an adult. The case stirred significant debate about juvenile justice, mental health, and the nature of the crime. In 1999, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The case remains a tragic and haunting example of a heinous crime committed by a young individual and the legal consequences for juvenile offenders. The Toulon Shooter. Eric Borel was born on November 14, 1980, in Toulon, France. His life gained notoriety when he decided to write himself into the history books forever, for all the wrong reasons. By most accounts, he was described as a disciplined and reserved student. However, a significant shift in Eric Borel's demeanor occurred during his final year at school. He started to exhibit disruptive behavior by skipping classes without providing any explanation, and his once friendly disposition turned unfriendly. Borel frequently expressed frustration with his home life, citing dissatisfaction with household chores and derogatory name-calling. In the week leading up to the tragic incident, Borel reportedly confided in a classmate about his contemplation of suicide, revealing a chilling intent to take the lives of 2 or 3 individuals before ending his own, but no one took him seriously. On September 23, 1995, at around 6 p.m., Eric Borel began his series of attacks, starting with his own family. He killed his stepfather, Yves Bichet, in the kitchen, shooting him 4 times with a .22 caliber rifle, and then smashing his head with a hammer. Subsequently, Borel assaulted his 11-year-old half-brother, Jean-Yves Bichet, in a similar manner as he watched television. After cleaning the blood trails, Borel waited for his mother, Marie-Jeanne Parenti. Upon Parenti's arrival home from church at about 8:30 p.m., Borel immediately killed her with a single shot to the head. Afterward, Borel meticulously cleaned the house, covered the bodies with sheets, closed shutters and a steel gate, and packed a bag with food, money, a raincoat, a map of Limoges, and the rifle, along with pockets full of ammunition. Eric Borel visited his friend Alan Guillemet's home. Eric wanted something from Alan. When Alan declined his request, Borel shot him in the back, causing fatal injuries. Afterward, Borel continued his way into town, rifle in hand. The rifle didn't raise any concerns on its own because it was hunting season. Then he began opening fire at random at any and everyone. By the time the police showed up, he had already racked up 11 victims in the town. Eventually, police officers surrounded Borel, but his killing spree had already claimed 15 lives, raising to 16 after he took his own life. And just like that, it was all over. No justice for the family's victims, and no answer as to why. Thank you for watching till the end as we explored the deeply unsettling cases. As we conclude this exploration, please let us know which story made you cringe the most, and if you have any suggestions for future video, please include it all in the comments below. Your feedback guides our content. Remember, true crime content goes beyond sensationalism. It serves as a platform for awareness and understanding. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for being part of our community. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay disturbed.